Picture an island where homes float like dreams, never bound to one place. Where flying fish shimmer like arrows across the sea, and rum cocktails don't just refresh you, they ignite your spirit. This is Barbados, the beating heart of the Caribbean. Here, the ocean hums a melody that never ends. Tradition dances with every tide, and celebration isn't scheduled, it's a way of life. When the music rises, it takes over, bursting through streets, flooding months with color, rhythm, and pure ecstasy. Barbados isn't just an island, it's a living carnival. And today, we're diving into 15 mind-blowing facts about this Caribbean wonder, a place where magic isn't a legend, it's everyday reality. Number 15. The Eastern Gem of the Antilles. Located on the easternmost edge of the Caribbean island chain, Barbados is a compact tropical jewel, just 166 square miles, roughly the size of Philadelphia. But don't let its size fool you. This coral-formed island stands apart from its volcanic neighbors, with a landscape built from limestone and ancient reefs, creating some of the softest white sands and clearest turquoise waters in the world. It's also the most isolated island in the Caribbean, with nearly 60 miles of stunning coastline. As of 2025, Barbados has a population of about 282,000. Over 90% are of African descent, with the rest being of European, Indian, or Middle Eastern heritage, making it a beautiful cultural mosaic. The official language is English, but locals often speak in Bajan dialect, a melodic and warm variant that echoes the rhythm of island life. Number 14. The island paradise of pink sand and sea turtles. Imagine stepping onto a beach where the sand is naturally pink. No filter, no effects, just sunlight hitting millions of tiny shell fragments mixed with coral grains. Pink Sand Beach in Barbados offers exactly that, a dreamy, pastel-colored paradise that's incredibly rare worldwide. But it gets better. In Carlisle Bay, just a few meters off the shore, you can snorkel alongside giant sea turtles, not in an aquarium, but in the wild. Green turtles and loggerheads glide past effortlessly, surrounded by tropical fish and crystal waters. Then there's Crane Beach, windswept cliffs, pink sand, and emerald waves crashing into the shore. Once a secluded escape for British aristocrats in the 1800s, it's now a world-famous destination that's topped most beautiful beaches lists for decades. And the best part? Every beach in Barbados is public. You can meditate at sunrise, paint in the sand, or enjoy fresh lobster from the Oyston's fish market, all to the rhythm of reggae beats floating through the salty air. Number 13. The Island of Sun-Kissed Goddesses. If you think tropical beauty only lives in beaches, coconuts, and sunsets, then you haven't met the women of Barbados. Here, beauty walks boldly, in bright maxi dresses, high turbans, oversized earrings, and unshakable confidence. They move slowly, with purpose. Their stride matches the rhythm of the island. Their gaze, steady, unwavering. They are called Bajan queens, and for good reason. It's not just about appearance. These women are a force of nature. Strong, intelligent, resilient, and proudly independent. In fact, over 60% of Barbadian women are the primary breadwinners of their households. Many are artists, entrepreneurs, educators, and leaders. The ultimate symbol of this strength? Rihanna, a global superstar, national hero, and the face of modern Barbados. She has her own statue outside Parliament, and even a national holiday in her name. But you don't need a red carpet to meet royalty here. On any given Sunday, head to Miami Beach or St. Lawrence Gap, and you'll see women in radiant dresses sitting in beachside circles. They sip rum punch, laugh loudly, and might even invite you to join them, to dance, to talk, or just to experience life the Bajan way. This is the island of sun-kissed goddesses, where women don't just shine, they lead. And every one of them has a story worth hearing. Number 12. Walking houses, the living heritage of Barbados. Welcome to Chattel House Village, in the heart of Holetown, a place where homes are more than just shelter. Their history, their heritage, and yes, they can walk. These charming little wooden homes, about 12 by 18 feet, roughly the size of a pickup truck garage, were designed to move. Back in the 19th century, Barbadian workers built chattel houses using mortise and tenon joints, no nails, so they could be easily lifted and relocated by hand or cart. The word chattel comes from Old English and means movable property. And these homes, once a necessity for plantation workers, have become a cultural treasure. Today, the entire Chattel House Village is a living rainbow. Candy pink walls, turquoise shutters, lemon yellow roofs, shining under Barbados' 3,000+ hours of annual sunshine. No air conditioning? No problem. Thanks to smart design, high 10-foot ceilings and cross-ventilation windows, the sea breeze naturally cools these homes to a perfect 78 degrees Fahrenheit, even in the midday heat. What was once modest housing is now a stylish cultural hub. Chattel House Village is home to boutiques, art galleries, organic soap shops, and cafes roasting with Mount Gay rum. It's even become a hotspot for fashion shoots, romantic getaways, and Instagram-worthy moments. Number 11. Barbados and the unique sound of the world. What does Barbados sound like? Not traffic, not honking cars or city buzz. It sounds like Touk, the island's one-of-a-kind musical heartbeat. A vibrant, rhythmic blend of British colonial marching bands and African percussion, Tuk music is unlike anything you've ever heard. With just 3 instruments, a large bass drum, a snappy snare, and a metal penny whistle that looks like a drinking straw, Tuk bands can transform any street into a dance floor. You don't need a ticket. You don't need a schedule. They appear out of nowhere, at weddings, birthdays, and festivals. And within seconds, everyone is moving to the beat. Even first-time tourists find themselves swaying, smiling, and shaking their hips before they even know what's happening. But the music is just half the story. Meet Mother Sally, a joyful figure played by a man in a massive puffy dress, hips swinging wide as the crowd cheers. And Shaggy Bear, covered in rainbow-colored fur, bouncing, rolling, and making everyone laugh. Number 10. The best rum island in the world. If France is known for wine, then Barbados is the undisputed king of rum. This small island is home to the oldest rum distillery on Earth, Mount Gay, founded in 1703, before the United States even existed. That's over 320 years of uninterrupted rum making. A legacy older than most countries, and still going strong. But in Barbados, rum is more than just a drink. It's a tradition, a currency, a symbol of identity. In the 18th and 19th centuries, a glass of rum could be traded for a bag of gold. It paid sailors, closed deals, and settled disputes. Even today, the island boasts over 1,500 rum shops. That's one for every 180 people. The highest per capita rum shop ratio in the world. Locals don't sip it like tourists. They drink it like Europeans drink coffee, as a daily ritual with conversation, laughter, and community. And if you've ever had rum punch, chances are it came from Barbados. Here, the most famous cocktail recipe is also a song. 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak. Lime juice, sugar, rum, and water. A perfect balance straight from the heart of the Caribbean. Each October, the island hosts the Barbados Food and Rum Festival, a dazzling celebration of flavor and heritage. Top chefs, world-class mixologists, and thousands of visitors come together for tastings, parties, and unforgettable culinary moments. Number 9. The Island of the Bearded Man, the Roots of Barbados. Barbados, a name that echoes history, nature, and mystery. But did you know its name literally means the bearded ones? The story begins in 1536, when Portuguese explorer Pedro Campos landed on the island. As he stepped onto the shore, he saw strange trees with long silver roots hanging like tangled beards swaying in the sea breeze. He wrote in his journal, "Los Barbados, the bearded ones." But these weren't men with beards. They were strangler fig trees, known scientifically as Ficus citrifolia, with roots that drape from branches like flowing hair. These trees still stand today, some over 400 years old, towering up to 60 feet high, their roots undulating gracefully with the wind. They've endured storms, droughts, and centuries of change, much like the island itself. While many other Caribbean nations bear names from Spanish or French, Barbados kept its original Portuguese name, making it truly unique among its neighbors. Locals are proud of this story. You'll find images of the bearded trees on ecotourism logos, postage stamps, and even rum bottles. In fact, some distilleries sell a limited edition called Bearded Tree Blend. Each bottle comes with a card telling the origin story. Number 8. Barbados, the only country of flying fish. If you had to choose one creature to represent Barbados, it wouldn't be a bird, or a lion, or even a turtle. It would be a fish that flies. Yes, Barbados is the only country in the world where the flying fish is a national symbol. This remarkable creature can glide over 200 feet across the ocean, rising nearly 6 feet into the air, using its large wing-like pectoral fins to soar above the waves. Why the flying fish? Because it perfectly reflects the Bajan spirit. Resilient, adventurous, and always moving forward. You'll find it everywhere, from local artwork to the Barbados $1 bill, one of the rare currencies in the world that features a fish. From December to June, the island celebrates flying fish season. Each morning, fishermen in small wooden boats glide into the open sea, returning with baskets of these silvery marvels, destined to become the island's national dish. Flying fish and cuckoo, a savory blend of fish and cornmeal steamed in rich Caribbean spices. And if you're lucky enough to visit during Easter, don't miss the legendary Oyston's Fish Festival, the Caribbean's biggest flying fish celebration. Number 7. The most reggae-filled transportation in the world, life in a Bajan bus. In Barbados, getting from point A to point B is never just a commute. It's a party on wheels. Welcome to the world of reggae buses, color-splashed public minivans that feel more like mobile nightclubs than mass transit. For just $1, cheaper than a cup of coffee, you can hop aboard a bus that's bumping reggae, soca, and dancehall beats so loud they can be heard 2 blocks away. Inside? Flashing LED lights, subwoofers in the trunk, and murals of Bob Marley, Rastafarian lions, or graffiti slogans like "No stress, no mess." The driver? Usually wearing sunglasses and a snapback, casually vibing behind the wheel like a DJ in motion. There are no schedules here. Only rhythm. These buses follow the crowd and the beat, weaving through neighborhoods at their own tempo. And the magic? Locals and tourists ride together, shoulder to shoulder, bouncing to the baseline, smiling at each other in unspoken harmony. For a moment, social barriers dissolve, and the whole bus becomes a shared island groove. It's not just transportation. It's Barbados in motion, loud, colorful, alive. Number 6. The symbol of Mother Sally, Barbados Carnival Queen of the People. If you've ever been to Cropover, Barbados's biggest and boldest cultural celebration, you've likely seen her. Mother Sally, a towering, curvy, joyful force of nature. With exaggerated hips, a curly wig, a puffy dress, and over-the-top padded curves, Mother Sally is one of the most iconic and beloved figures in Barbadian folklore. But here's the twist, she's almost always played by a man. And not just anyone. To become Mother Sally, a performer must master the art of dance, fluid like a belly dancer, but bursting with the joy of Caribbean rhythm. She moves to soca, calypso, and reggae beats, commanding attention and unleashing laughter, all while celebrating body positivity, heritage, and Afro-Caribbean soul. Even Rihanna, Barbados's global icon, once joined Mother Sally during the Grand Kadooment Parade, creating viral moments that lit up social media worldwide. But Mother Sally isn't just a funny festival act. She is a symbol of Mother Earth, full, fertile, life-giving, and deeply rooted in both African traditions and English theatrical flair. Number 5. Life in Bridgetown, the soul of Barbados. Bridgetown isn't just a capital city. It's a heartbeat, the rhythmic center of Barbados, where history, culture, and everyday island life blend in perfect harmony. This is not a place to pass through. This is a place to stay, to explore, to feel. Right in the center, at National Hero Square, stands the statue of Lord Nelson, erected decades before the one in London's Trafalgar Square. A few steps away, the Parliament buildings rise in timeless Gothic limestone, over 150 years old, seated beside a winding canal that gives Bridgetown its nickname, Little Venice of the Caribbean. In the morning, head to Cheapside Market, where Bajans chat like old friends as they sell tropical fruit, freshly caught fish, and hot sauces so spicy they come with warnings. Down the road, the Bridgetown Fish Market is a burst of color and sound. Pick your flying fish, have it grilled on the spot, and enjoy it with a splash of rum punch while tuck music plays from a nearby street band. As the day unfolds, stroll down Corinage Harbor, where sleek yachts dock beside weathered rum shops. Tourists and locals sip and laugh together like old friends. And for history buffs, don't miss the George Washington House, the only place outside the United States that America's first president ever stayed. It's a quiet spot of reflection, especially for American visitors. Number 4. A nation of vibrant wonders, the adventures of Barbados. Barbados may be half the size of New York City, but its experiences are as rich as an entire continent. Start your morning at the northernmost tip of the island in the magical Animal Flower Cave, Barbados' only accessible sea cave. Inside, small sea anemones, the animal flowers, shrink at your touch like living toys. Step outside the cave and you're standing atop a 100-foot cliff, gazing out over the wild Atlantic. Now imagine sipping rum punch and enjoying crispy flying fish at the Cliffside restaurant, with prices under $20 and views that even billionaires would envy. Next, head 25 minutes inland to St. Nicholas Abbey, a Jacobean mansion built in 1658, before New York even had Wall Street. Crafted from coral stone and surrounded by sugarcane fields, it still produces rum the traditional way, using recipes older than most nations. Even Forbes calls it honey in a bottle. But that's not all. Climb aboard the Heritage Steam Train, a 1914 locomotive pulling polished wooden cars through the countryside. The 5-kilometer ride up Cherry Tree Hill is like watching a painting come to life. Green sugarcane fields merging into the endless blue sea. The nostalgia? Priceless. And as evening falls, head deep underground to Harrison's Cave Eco-Adventure Park. This 1.5-mile limestone labyrinth stays at a perfect 70 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. Ride a tram past glowing crystal chambers, cascading stalactites, and a 40-foot underground waterfall, or zipline through a pineapple forest above. Number 3. Barbados, a year-round carnival on the island of flying fish. In Barbados, life isn't just lived, it's celebrated. Here, the calendar isn't marked by months. It's marked by festivals. The most spectacular of all? The legendary Crop Over Festival, a celebration that stretches from June to early August, rooted in the island's 18th-century sugarcane harvest traditions. What was once a farmer's feast is now a cultural explosion of music, dance, color, and Caribbean spirit. The grand finale is Grand Kadooment Day, a street parade so dazzling it rivals Rio's carnival. Thousands flood the streets in shimmering sequined costumes, feathers flying, hips swaying, dancing for 5 hours non-stop under the tropical sun. Even the Prime Minister joins the crowd. And if you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of Rihanna, Barbados's global icon, draped in jewels and glitter, leading the charge like a carnival goddess. But the party doesn't stop there. Number 2. Affordable living in paradise. Real life in Barbados. Dreaming of living on an island? In Barbados, that dream is more affordable and more rewarding than you might think. Let's break it down. A furnished one-bedroom apartment near downtown Bridgetown costs around $1,150 per month. That's 35% cheaper than Miami, though a bit higher than Portugal's coastal towns. Utilities like water and electricity? Roughly $125 per month, thanks to the island's breezy tropical climate, which keeps air conditioning needs low. Want fast internet? A 200 Mbps fiber connection runs about $55 per month. Groceries are fresh, local, and affordable. Expect to spend around $400 a month if you cook at home, enjoying daily catches of flying fish, local vegetables, and tropical fruit. Prefer to dine out? Budget an extra $250 a month for sunset meals on the beach, grilled seafood, rum cocktails, and warm Caribbean service included. Number 1. Food in Barbados, a spicy culinary paradise. If you want to understand Barbados, don't start with the history books, start with the flavors. Come Saturday noon, head to the markets where locals gather for the national dish, pudding and souse. It's a combination of pickled pig's feet paired with spiced sweet potato pudding. Warm, savory, and rich with the island's unique spice blends. But that's just the beginning. Walk through any Bajan village and you'll find fish cakes, crispy golden balls of salted fish fried to perfection. Sold everywhere from street corners to rum shops, one bite is never enough. And then there's macaroni pie, Barbados's answer to mac and cheese. But this is no ordinary comfort food. Baked with mustard, black pepper, and a crunchy top, it's often served with fried chicken or grilled fish. Pure island soul on a plate. During the holidays, the aroma of pepper pot fills the air. A spicy, slow-cooked stew of seasoned meats with deep Afro-Caribbean roots. It's the kind of dish that brings families and neighborhoods together. And for something more festive? Try conkies, sweet cornmeal cakes steamed in banana leaves, traditionally made in November. It's a blend of spice, tradition, and celebration all wrapped in green.